to T-Boys TV. We're back again with Premier League predictions. Obviously, game week 32. Obviously, we're getting closer, obviously, to the end of the season. So, yeah, let's get into it. Obviously, this week, there's 2 games that won't be played, obviously, due to the FA Cup semi-finals. Might do a prediction stream to that tomorrow, but if not, I'll be doing my championship ones anyway. So, yeah, that is that. But yeah, let's get into some comments before we get into the predictions. Yep, it's Thursday already, mate. Yep, it's Thursday already. And then obviously there is a game tomorrow, hence why I'm doing it today. And as for the championship, there's nothing until Saturday. So, yeah. Big up yourself, Wolf says, morning, Tyler. Big up to yourself. Big up to yourself. Only been late. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's looking that way, people. I can't lie. I actually done a little calculation thing of the games coming up between them and City, and I had City winning the league by a point. You know, so that's how it looks for me. It does look that way. Obviously, we will be getting into the Arsenal game first because that is the first game we're going to obviously predict this week. So I'll get a bit more into it there. So yeah, I'm all right. Thanks, Chris, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, no, I know you got Derby. I know you got the Derby this week, so that's going to be interesting. So yeah, big up, and then big up Hannah in the chat as well, saying, "Hey mate, big up to yourself." No, I'm lagging a little bit, but can't really do too much about that at this moment. At least you can still hear me. I know that. So yeah, let's get into it. So obviously the first game, like I said, is obviously tomorrow, and that is Arsenal at home taking on bottom of the league Southampton. Now, Arsenal have dropped 4 points, I'd say, in their last 2 games. Well, they have, in fact. You know, as much as they have a sticky record at Anfield, if there was a time to go to Liverpool and win, it was that game a couple of weeks ago. You know, and then obviously they dropped points last week to West Ham. And, you know, with them being 2-0 up, I really thought they were going to go on to win that game, but they didn't. And that could be the game that could cost them, that West Ham one for me, when it comes to the end of the season. If Man City do manage to, you know, bring it back and win the title, I think that could be the game which cost them. In this one, they're at home. They're taking on Southampton. Southampton, obviously, poor, bottom of the league. I think Southampton will get relegated. Arsenal at home, it's a good time to respond, you know, after them last 2 games. Let's be real. In that second half, they were lucky to even get away with a point at Anfield. And you could even sort of say the same with West Ham, to be honest. So I did feel West Ham were better in the second half against them as well. This one, how do I see this going? Like I say, it's a favourable game for Arsenal to bounce back in. Southampton, just don't rate them. The only way I see Southampton getting a goal is, you know, a free kick from Ward-Prowse. I did see some mad stats, though. Impressive ones, and then some shocking ones if you're an Arsenal fan. So the impressive ones were Arsenal, they've beaten Southampton the most at home, and they've never lost to them at home. And then one that I saw that was really weird to see. Arsenal haven't won a Premier League game every single day of the week. They've never played Southampton on a Friday, though. But yeah, I just don't rate Southampton. Like I say, it's a good game for Arsenal to bounce back in for me. So for me, I'm going to go for a 2-0. I don't think they'll smash them. A couple of weeks ago, I was maybe thinking that. But now I'm only going to go over 2-0 to Arsenal, to be honest with you. So yeah, your comments, let's go through them and predictions. So yeah, there's that. This laptop's being slow yet again. Arsenal should win this week, says Spencer. Yeah, like I say, it's a favourable game for them to bounce back in. At least Man U's top 4, says Wolf. 5-1 Carlisle again, imagine. 3-1, says Spencer. Fair enough. Chris gone 5-0. Nice game for Arsenal to bounce back. Easy win. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I'd have said high scoring, but this week, it could be, but I'm going with the 2-0. City versus Arsenal still decides it for me. If Arsenal don't lose, they win it for me. Yeah, no, I agree. But in that game, I did have City winning. I can't lie. So we will see. Wolves gone 2-1 Southampton. Now, based on that stat I said earlier, wouldn't really be shocked in that sense. But overall, Arsenal is a good game for them to respond. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm all good. No, I'm not sick or anything. A little bit tired, but other than that, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. But yeah, moving on to the next game, which is obviously not Man United versus Chelsea, as that's postponed. So I'm just going to put a little PP on each side. Fulham versus Leeds. Now, this one's interesting. Obviously, Leeds in their last 2 games have conceded 11 goals. And they're both at home. Obviously, a 5-1 defeat to Crystal Palace and then a 6-1 defeat on Monday, as we know, to Liverpool. Taking on Fulham, who did get an emphatic win away at Everton. So, yeah, fair enough for that. Obviously, still got Mitrovic out. But obviously, they do have players that can score from elsewhere. Lost their last 2 games at home. But I can see it winning this one, to be honest. As for a prediction, I reckon it could be tight, even though Leeds, like I said, they have conceded 11 goals in the last 2 games. I'm going to go over 2-1. I'm going to go over 2-1 to Fulham in this one. So, yeah, that is my prediction for that one. That's a good one, Chris. Nah. But yeah, that we're doing it back to back. But this season, we will finish higher than last season. And it won't be like where we'll be worrying. Because it did come down to last game last season, but just because Middlesbrough and someone else, can't remember who it was, didn't get a result, and we did, it just benefited us even more. So yeah, it's good that we've done that back to back. Second was always going to be a big ask. It could still happen, but it's looking very slimmer now, week by week. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy because the thing is as well, 3rd or 4th usually tends to win the playoffs. So yeah, and obviously we do have Middlesbrough next, which is going to be massive. That is an early glimpse of what you're going to see, or what you could potentially see as a playoff final. So we will see. Wolf says, congrats. Thank you for that. Chris has gone with a 2-2. Okay, he's gone with a Desmond. Fair enough. Spencer's gone 2-1 as well. I think Leeds will be fine. They still have enough attacking wise for me. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So, yeah, there we go with that. Moving on to the next game, Crystal Palace versus Everton. Now, obviously, like I said, Everton took that very heavy defeat at home to Fulham last weekend. Crystal Palace obviously got 3 out of 3 wins since Roy Hodgson's come back in. And some of them wins have been quite impressive, I'd say. Beating Leicester, I actually went with a Leicester win that week. Obviously, the emphatic win against Leeds. And then, obviously, the win against Southampton, which I was close to getting right. I said 2-1. It was 2-0. So, fair play. Obviously, for me, they've cemented that they're staying up now. I thought that ever since that Leicester win, to be honest with you. Taking on Everton. If this was at Everton, I'd probably back them to get some sort of result. But with this being at Crystal Palace, I could see a draw, but I am going to go with a Palace win. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Crystal Palace. I think they will edge it in this one. So, yeah, that is my prediction for that. Hanno says, disappointed with Luton, needed automatics. It was always going to be a big ask, mate. It was always going to be a big ask. Like I said, Sheffield United have a lot of favourable games at home. So it was always going to be a big ask. So, yeah. They've drawn too many to get second. I think they stay in 3rd, though. So, yeah, Palace win, says Hanno. 2-0 to Palace, says Chris. Yeah, that's fair enough. And Chris reckons Leicester, Forest, Southampton are down for me. Yeah, I think Southampton, Leicester Forest, yeah, I hear why you say that. But yeah, definitely Southampton and Leicester for me. Leicester, ever since that loss to Bournemouth at home, as much as obviously Leicester haven't been great this season, I felt that was a game they could win, especially being at home. But nah, they lost, mate. They lost. So, yeah. 2-0, says Spencer. I hate Everton. 7-0 Palace. Oh, my days. But yeah, that is that game. Moving on to the next game. Brentford versus Villa. Now, Villa, 8 games unbeaten. Obviously, they've only had 1 draw in them 8 games as well. So they've had 7 wins, 1 draw. Obviously, they did get that emphatic win over Newcastle as well. Early kickoff. I was very surprised when I saw that. They're taking on Brentford, who haven't won in their last 3. Lost to United. Who else did they lose to? Lost to Newcastle and lost to Wolves. So Brentford not on a great run of form, really, at the moment. You probably would go Villa because of how they've been. But I'm going to go a little bit different. I'm not going to go for a Brentford win. I'm going to go for a very high-scoring draw. I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I reckon this one could be goals. I wouldn't be surprised if Villa sneaked it. But, yeah. That is my prediction for that one. Wolf says my predictions are cracked. Leicester shouldn't be down there on paper, but it's played on a pitch in Europe. Yeah, exactly. 3-2 Brentford, Chris has gone with. Jeez. Okay, interesting. And Spencer's gone with a Brentford. Okay, I thought a lot of you would probably go Villa. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Brentford are good at home. Yeah, exactly. That's another reason I feel it could be a draw. So, yeah, that is that. Moving on to the next game, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Now, for me, it's similar to the Arsenal-Southampton game for me in the sense where it's a favourable game for the home team to win. Nottingham Forest, worst side away in the league. Liverpool, 5th when it comes to home form, unbeaten in the last 5. I just think it's a good game for Liverpool to go out there and win and try and get the goal difference up. I would say no disrespect to Nottingham Forest, but half their fans disrespected me last season when Luton played them. So, yeah, I think it's a good game for Liverpool to get a result, to be honest. And I'm just going to go straight in with my score prediction. I'm going to go 3-0. Some people go, how are you this confident with Liverpool this season? Nottingham Forest are crap away. They're crap. And Liverpool are not bad at home, except that Leeds loss. Other than that, they've been pretty good at home. So, yeah, like I say, I'm beaten in the last 5. Yeah, I don't rate Forest, man. I don't rate Forest. So 3-0 for me. 3-0 for me. Just straight like that, people. Straight like that. Brentford versus Villa, brilliant game. Yeah, it could be game of the weekend, to be fair, when I look at the fixtures. 3-1 Paul. Yeah, exactly. Even Spencer's confident, Exactly. Liverpool, look at even Chris at 5-1. Gee, so what I mean? Like, I still wouldn't jump on Bouncy Castle, another Leeds game for me. Nah, I'm not even doing that, mate. I just don't rate Nottingham Forest. I think they're crap, especially away. At home, they're not too bad. Usually when they lose at home, it's narrowly most of the time. But away from home, they're terrible. They're the worst side in the league. I think they've lost all of their last 5, if I'm correct, away from home. I know they certainly haven't won any of the last 5. So, yeah, I'm more than confident that Liverpool will win, to be honest. So, yeah, 6-0 Paul. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it is a battering like that. Honestly. 4-0. And Liverpool have done that at times this season. As we know, obviously, high-scoring wins at Anfield. 9-0 against Bournemouth. Who are better than Forest right now. 7-0 against United. Obviously, last game we want to talk about away from home. Just in general, 6-1 against Leeds. Beat Rangers 7-1. Like, as much as Liverpool have been crap, they've had some mad results of high-scoring games this season. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is another one. But I'll go 3-0. I'll go 3-0, which is still high-scoring, but yeah, not as high as some of the others. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Midlands Derby. Obviously not a massive one, but still is. Leicester City versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, Wolves obviously got a good win against Brentford, 2-0 victory. I actually said a draw. I knew they wouldn't lose, but I did say a draw. Leicester, just don't rate them. Like I say, I think after that Bournemouth game, for me, they're going to go down. And I think Wolves will go there and win. I really do. I think Leicester might get one, but I think Wolves will get two. I'm going 2-1 Wolves in this one. So, yeah, that is my prediction for that. Chris says also there's a stat. Liverpool 1-2 Leeds. Then we smashed them 6-1. Bournemouth won 9-0, then lost 1-0. Lost to Forest. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing that I know exactly what you're saying. We get that revenge in that sense, or the team usually gets revenge on Liverpool. So, no, I hear what you're saying, definitely. Chris has gone 1-0 Wolves. Fair enough. Spencer's gone with the exact same as me. He's gone 2-1 to Wolves. Wolf has gone 2-0 to Wolves. Of course, there's a Wolf fan. No, I just don't rate Leicester, mate. I just don't rate him this season at all, especially after that Bournemouth game. Like I said, for me, that they're going down after that, in my opinion. Obviously, let me just sort out a Brighton Man City game. Obviously, that's not being played as they're both in the FA Cup semi-final. So, yeah, moving on to the last two games. So, the first one, moving on to the games on Sunday now. Bournemouth versus West Ham. Now, this one's an interesting one for me. Obviously, West Ham, they got a good point in the end against Arsenal, good turnaround. Bournemouth obviously got a very good win away at Tottenham, and they're having some good results recently, Bournemouth. I think they won their last two games, haven't they, if I'm correct? Yeah, they have. I know that, actually, without even having to look. So this one's an interesting one. This one is a very interesting one. Obviously, they're both trying to stay up. Obviously, as it stands, they're both out of the relegation zone. I could see why people would probably edge Bournemouth because they're at home and they have, won their last couple of games. Do you know what? I'm going with an absolute crazy scoreline. And I'll have my reasoning, which I will say in a minute. I'm going 3-3, mate. I'm going 3-3. They did play each other once in 2017 in the Premier League, and it was that exact score. Mate, I'm going with the same again. Honestly, you look at both their last games as well. I don't think I'm mad for saying it because Bournemouth won 3-2 and then West Ham obviously drew 2-2. So a lot of goals in their previous games as well. There's always one in there. There's always one mad game you look at, and I reckon this could be the one. So I'm going with that, mate. I'm going with that. So, yeah, let's see your predictions and comments. Chris says revenge on Leeds and Forest. How far we've dropped. Oh, dear me. Oh, no. Bournemouth 2-1, says Chris. Fair enough. And then Spencer's gone 2-1 to West Ham. O'Neill and Bournemouth proved me wrong. Yep, so far. Hanno's gone 2-2, so even these gone goals as well. I think Tottenham's in the top four race. We'll get into that as that is the last game. Yeah, they're in it. Will they get it? I don't think so. But they are in it. They are only 3 points off and they have got Newcastle. So if they were to beat Newcastle, they'd be on the same points. But yeah, outside of London, when it comes to away games, Tottenham are not that great this season. Taking on Newcastle, obviously good at home, good throughout most of the season. This one is an interesting one. But with Newcastle being at home, Tottenham not great away outside of London. I'm going with the Newcastle win, mate. I'm going with a 2-0. A solid 2-0. And that is the exact same score Newcastle got in their last game at home. Obviously, that was against Man United as well. So I'm going to back Newcastle to get another win. And obviously, if they did win this game, they will go level on points with United, but they'll be back in third again, like they were a couple of weeks ago, because they'll have a better goal difference. So, yeah, they are my predictions just like that. Let's see yours for the final game. Newcastle 2-0, same as me. Hanno reckons the same as me. Newcastle 3-1, says Chris. Yep, no, fair enough. 3-1 as well, says Spencer. 4-0, Newcastle United. I like that one. Current Tottenham coach is horrendous. Tottenham are just a joke anyway. Prediction, Bournemouth 3-3, reality 0-0. Yeah. Oh, God. Couldn't coach a dog to sit down. Oh, my days. But yeah, let's do the points. Let's do the points if results go the way I think. So results would be as follows. So Arsenal would still be top. Obviously, they'd extend it because obviously City have a game in hand. And then United. Oh no, what? Oh no, this is the only annoying thing, right? So when I put postponed, it already puts in 0-0. So United would actually be on the same points as Newcastle. They wouldn't be a point ahead, but it just loves to do that for some reason. It should even put postponed itself. Do you know what I mean? They're quick. I like this website. The one thing I will say about it, they're quick to update news, stupid, irrelevant news, like Levy saying, Harry Kane can win a trophy at Tottenham. Don't chat rubbish, mate. And then, but they can't update stuff like in the Championship. They still haven't done the Reading points and even the Wigan points, as far as I'm aware. So it's just annoying for stuff like that. But other than that, it's good, man. But yeah, like I said, Newcastle would be on the same points. Tottenham would be 5th. Liverpool would be 7th. So I'm pretty sure they'd jump up a place. Obviously, Brighton have a game in hand over Liverpool, though. Fulham 9th, Brentford 10th. See, yeah, the Chelsea one, like I say, it's just stupid. It doesn't. It's just why? When they put it as a different date, why don't they just do that? All right, all right, fair enough. Actually, I'll let them off because they don't know when it will be at this moment. But they're just quick to update news on the side, but then, it just annoys me. Palace 12th, Wolves 13th, Bournemouth 14th, West Ham 15th, Leeds 16th, Everton 17th. So yeah, the bottom 3 would be the exact same as far as I'm aware. Obviously, Leicester and Southampton, yes, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it would be. It would be. So not a lot of changes at the bottom if results go the way I reckon this weekend. So yeah, that is that. Now I think even if I leave it blank, mate, it still does it. Wait, hold up. Let me test it. One sec. So that game, and where's United? Sorry, not United, City. There. Right, let's try it now. I think it still does it, though, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. Does it? Did it do it? Oh, no, it didn't. It didn't. All right, big up. I don't know if you've ever used this, Billy, but there you go. You've just helped me with the future. So, yeah, there you go. That's the actual table. There you go, people. There you go. So, like I said, Newcastle will be on the same points, but much better goal difference, to be honest. So, yeah, there you go. That's the table. If results go the way I reckon. So, yeah, I'm going to do that next time as well. Thank you for that, Billy. He says he's used it before. There you go. Yeah, that's all right then. But yeah, let's go through the last load of comments before we shortly wrap up. Harry Kane is a prisoner at this point, literally. Yeah, okay, even Chris was saying leave it blank as well. There you go. I know that for next time now, so big up yourselves for that. So yeah. How's Wrexham doing? I'm pretty sure if they win this weekend, they're promoted. As far as I'm aware, I heard someone say that. I don't really watch that league. But yeah, I heard someone say that. Big up yourself, Kenny, mate. Message me on Instagram. Big up yourself. I need to tell you something that happened, actually. So yeah, Wolf knows what I'm on about, as far as I'm aware, because I told him. But yeah, Swansea playoff charge. Is that even still possible, or is it? I don't even know, mate. To be honest, I'm focusing on Luton, really. I'll be honest. I will be honest with you. So yeah, that is that. But like I said, I'm going to up any moment shortly. So I know it's not been the longest, but obviously there's not too many games as there usually is. And there is midweek fixtures as well. So yeah, but they're obviously for a separate game week. Otherwise I'll be doing them here. So yeah, that is that. Wrexham doing fantastic, going back up to League 2, seeing another historic club back in EFL. Says Chris. So yeah, I know, Kenny. It did come through. Well, once I end this, I'll get on it and reply to you. But yeah, they are my predictions for the Premier League. So let me get rid of that now. So yeah, man, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. So yeah, big up to everybody that's tuned in. And like I say, I know a lot of people, like I always say, shall I say, I know a lot of people will tune back in playback who didn't quite manage to watch it at the time. So big up to yourselves that do that as well. That would be Boss, if you smashed a like there as well. My laptop's froze, which is not a surprise. Here we go. We're getting somewhere slowly but surely. Oh, one bar. Here we go. Difficult. I'll put prediction in the comment section. Yep, no worries, mate. No worries. I'll compare them and see if we've gone with any the same when you put them in. So yeah, that is that. This is obviously the only load of content today. Tomorrow I might do FA Cup prediction stream, or I might just leave it and put it on the community post. But obviously I will be doing championship predictions as well tomorrow. So yeah, obviously no Hatter show tomorrow, which is going to feel weird because we usually do it on Friday, but obviously Luton don't play till Monday. So there will be a Hatter show on Sunday. Doing any watch-alongs, Tyler? No, not until Luton. Not until Luton, mate. Not until Luton, as far as I'm aware. No, Liverpool play at 3. I don't like doing watch-alongs at 3 because I'm behind. Maybe something on Sunday, but I'm not too sure. There's still content, just not watch-alongs until Luton for sure that I'm aware of. So, yeah, that is that. But everyone's saying take care to each other. Yep, let me just check the like count and all of that before we wrap up. So yeah, let me just wait for that to load. So the current like count is on 10 likes. So big up to yourselves. I know a lot of people watch this back on playback, like I said earlier as well. So please do smash the like button if you're coming from there as well. As for new subscribers, let me just double check if we've got any new subscribers. No, we've lost a subscriber. Oh well, is what it is. But yeah, big up to everyone that did subscribe. I know a lot of people did yesterday. I think 9 subscribers yesterday in that Luton Reading stream, or Reading Luton, shall I say, as they're the home team. So yeah, big up to yourselves. Yeah, like I said, don't forget to smash a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a scheduled stream. Do want to follow me across any of my socials. Obviously, link to them are in the description. And yeah, subscribe to my other channel as well, T-Boys TV Extra. And until tomorrow, I will see you lot in a bit. So have a good rest of your evening, wherever you are, or morning. Obviously, Wolf, I know it's in the morning for you. So yeah, take care and peace.